Hey everyone, we thought it's been a little over 5 months since we got our Philips 4300 LatteGo, so we thought we'd do a follow-up video. So here it is. We still love it, absolutely love it, use it every single day. I start out with the cappuccino in this cup. That's how I start my morning every morning. And then as soon as I've had a cup of cappuccino, I switch to a double espresso, which is punching the espresso button twice so that it gives me a double shot. And then Darren comes in, usually wakes up a little later. He has a cup of coffee, which fills up this cup almost to the top. And then he switches to a single shot of espresso in one of these.
So I found that a cup of coffee, this coffee, full all the way, beans all the way to the top, full all the way to the top, is as close to a regular cup of coffee as if you used a regular drip coffee maker. And that's kind of what I like to have first in the morning. And I've also switched to Sweet and Low. Well, actually, it's Splenda. I started using that because I kind of like it.
We both have, after all those coffee drinks, a couple hours later, we usually both have a latte with an extra shot of espresso. And because it's a lot more liquid, it was getting cold by the time we got down to like halfway. Temperature was dropping too fast, so I got these double.
Because we were using a different cup.
We were using a regular coffee cup, and it just wasn't insulated. So I got these double-walled, insulated latte cups from Amazon. So there's two layers of glass, and it's separated by some type of gas that they put in there to not conduct heat or cold. So that keeps our latte the right temperature almost to the end of it.
I was dubious about it because I thought, a cup's a cup is a cup, but it's not true. The cups that we use are these were porcelain, and they really they make the heat go out really fast.
They totally do.
And also they get really hot. These stay cool to the touch, so you can just pick them up.
Yeah,
I really like them.
So I was worried about there's no handle, but this outside glass doesn't get hot, so it stays room temperature the whole time. So they are perfect.
They are perfect.
The other thing we bought was a little bean hopper.
This is just a regular,
what is it? Rubbermaid.
Yeah, it's a Rubbermaid, and it opens easy.
Kind of keeps a lot of the air out.
So it has a freshness seal kind of thing.
Sort of. I mean, we go through them so fast.
They're not gonna.
We're not worried about UV penetrating, making the beans unfresh. We're still using the Lavazza Super Crema coffee beans. It's a blend, and we still love it. So we haven't really tried anything else. It's because it's fine.
It's perfect.
We don't need a stronger bean.
No, I changed the grind though. We had a debate about the grind, so we accepted the medium, the default setting for the grind, which is it's set.
I don't think you can see that. You can't read that.
It's right here. And let's see if I can. There you go. You can see. You can actually see it. So this changes, and I changed it to approximately, near the finest grind, because I wanted it to be just a tad stronger. You can see the little dots show how strong it is, and you just turn this to wherever you want it to go. Yeah, I like it better than a little stronger.
The finer the grind, there's a little more. I mean, I don't notice it in the drinks I make, but there's a little more sediment because a lot of as the water is forced through the the filter cup. More, if the finer the grind, the smaller the grind, more sediment gets through, but I haven't noticed anything. You know, sometimes when you have an espresso, there's like a whole layer of grounds at the bottom when you're done with drinking it. That's not the case with this. Really, the only thing we've had to do is replace the Aqua Clean water filter. When this little light here goes to orange, you're supposed to replace it. And that's a different video we'll show you with the other things we do to maintain it and clean it on its schedule. So far, this calcium clean, this is a decalcifier button. So far, that hasn't lit up. If we were to skip the replacing the Aqua Clean filter when it says to, eventually the light goes off. But then you have to, this light will go on saying you have to decalcify the machine because the water wasn't filtered enough. So it takes into account how much water goes through the machine and tells you when to replace it. So it's pretty easy to maintain so far. At 5 months in of using it every day, like I don't know how many cups of coffee we drink, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We drink 5 a day.
5 a day.
Exactly.
Each? 5 a day each? No. Yeah. It's
We drink a lot of coffee.
The cool thing we got though that we wanted to show you today were the flavored syrups.
You got all of these on Amazon, right?
Yes.
Okay. And are they very expensive?
Well, they last a long time. I'm not really sure. Like $11 to $14. It just depends on the
For one bottle?
For one bottle, it's 25.4 ounces or 750 milliliters. They're all 750 milliliters. We had pumps on them and we had them sitting out on the counter. We didn't see any. We didn't see any dripping from the pumps, but it attracted those tiny little ants, and they made a beeline for these syrups. Yeah, we caught it early, very early. They didn't get into any of the bottles or anything, but I think they could smell the sweetness.
They drew the ants. The pumps drew the ants. That's why.
So we took the pumps off, put the caps back on, and we put them in our wine. Now we store them in our wine chiller.
But we got rid of the ants. We got some stuff on Amazon.
So we've got chocolate, hazelnut, vanilla, caramel. These are all full sugar syrups. And then we've got the sugar-free coconut, vanilla, almond, caramel, chocolate, and hazelnut. And the reason I don't really care. I didn't think I would care for sugar-free syrup, so I got the real syrup, and I'm working through them. But it's too sweet for me, and I'm usually the one who makes the lattes. So when I stir up the latte after it's done, I taste the sugar-free ones,
which are mine,
which are Darren's, and they actually taste better. I always remark, God, this tastes so good. But then when I try to make the same thing with full sugared syrups, they don't taste as good. These just taste sweet, mostly.
You mean the sweet, the regular sweet and normal sweet.
These regular ones, if I use more syrup to get more flavor, it's too sweet for me. I don't like it as much. If I use less, it's not as flavorful as the sugar-free.
And I agree with you.
My recommendation, the sugar-free ones taste better. The flavor that you're going for, coconut, almond, whatever you're going for, tastes better. I'm going to finish these off, and then I'm not replacing them because they're just too sweet.
And calorically.
And obviously calorically.
You are getting, like this one, which is, chocolate, 100 calories versus the sugar-free, which has 0 calories. Anyway, I personally, agree with Gerald. I just think that the sugar-free, they taste better.
I think they taste a lot better.
And you don't have to use quite as much to get as much of an impact?
No, we use the same amount, so I don't know how many. I think it was a half an ounce each of the pumps. Each pump was like half an ounce of syrup. We figured out that 2 ounces, either if it's sugar-free or, actually I do a little less because it's too sweet.
So of all of these, which is your favorite?
My favorite are, I have 2.
Okay.
I have the almond. I love almond.
And these are all sugar.
I'm gonna just talk about
sugar-free.
sugar-free. Those are the same flavors.
Okay.
So I love almond and I love coconut. So these 2 are my go-tos. And so I
noticed that the
Tyranny. Yeah, Tyranny doesn't make a sugar-free coconut. Not that I could find on Amazon for a decent price. So this is skinny syrups. They have a whole line of other flavors, but because we already had Tyranny,
Okay.
or Tirani, it's Italian, we stuck with them. But basically, you know, I mix. We've experimented a lot, but mostly 2 ounces of syrup. However, whatever combination of syrups that you like is about the maximum. So, like for instance, if I were to make a chocolate almond coconut, which I call an almond joy.
Okay, so we got an almond joy, which is
Chocolate syrup, almond syrup, and coconut.
Okay.
And I usually use mostly coconut, or one third, one third, one third.
okay.
And if I was just chewing coconut and almond, then I'd probably do half and half.
Okay.
I'm gonna make Darren. He has requested a tropical delight. So I'm gonna do 1 ounce of coconut. And 1 ounce of vanilla. We like an extra shot of espresso in our lattes, okay? We usually keep the milk carafe in the refrigerator. We clean it once a week. So that's where I just pulled the milk carafe from. Now I'm going to finish the latte macchiato. It's going to steam the milk first, and then it's going to grind beans for another shot of espresso. That's what the latte will do. voila, it's done. Isn't that pretty?
It's beautiful. I like that you can see it through the...
The different layers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can see it with the regular cup.
And see how much foam is on top.
I love it.
And now I'm about to stir it and wreck all that pretty layers.
Oh well.
But that's so that you get the right flavor in every sip. And this is how I also know that Darren's are always better than mine with his sugar-free syrup, because I always lick the spoon after I'm done stirring it. Mmm.
This is delicious.
Tropical delight.
Ding. All right.
I'm
so
gonna
you're
make-
happy. 6 months later, you're happy with your coffee machine?
I can't imagine not having the coffee drinks that I have every day now. I would feel deprived.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Because
not.
we do this every day.
We
have a latte every single day. We've kind of decided, okay, well, which one, which special flavor to make. It's a fun thing. At the end of the day, it's just a fun thing to do.
We love the machine. That's all we have for this video. Love your comments. Keep commenting. Give us suggestions of what you want to see.
Different flavors.
Different flavors. Oh yeah, different flavors that you've discovered that you like. Subscribe if you like our channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video, and hit the notification bell to be notified anytime we upload a new video. Got some pretty exciting videos ahead in a couple months, so stay tuned. You won't want to miss it.
Aloha.
You just gave it away. Aloha.